Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony X Morning Show. I'm Tony T. On our show today, we'll have picks for you here from this 5-game NBA card, college hoops as well, NHL. And at the end of the show, we'll give out our parlays, our peripheral plays, can give you player props or picks from the upcoming games. We'll meet the cappers. We'll get right to the picks. That's how we function here on the Tony X Morning Show. We don't mess around. Let's say hello, Rod. Rod, what's happening?
No, not too much, Tony. Can't complain about yesterday. A little 4-1 day. So bounce back some of the couple days where I paid some juice. So we got that juice money back and added some more units. So can't complain about yesterday's action. On to Thursdays. Not a bad little college basketball slate. Not a massive loaded one, but there's definitely some nice spots to make some money. Some half decent. There's some pretty good NBA games. The Cavs taking on OKC should be a good one. And then just a little small slate in the NHL to finish it off. Just a few games or so.
Yeah, it's a few indeed. There, small conference West Coast action as well. Of course, let's say hello, Chris. Chris, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Really good day yesterday. I hit 3-0 in all my plays. Had the NBA with got that one, and then I got 2 college basketball with Iowa State coming through on that one. And then, of course, just something as a personal note, that, of course, my Grizzlies beat up on the Spurs, and Ja put Wemby on a poster, which was absolutely amazing. And so, yeah, it was a good day all around for me.
Absolutely. Yeah, great day there for this Memphis team coming in with a win. Let's say hello to Sean. Sean, what's happening?
They say, fellas, good morning. Sorry, a little late coming in. I was going over to basketball. I'm like, you know what? I added a rare 3-pack today before the show. I'm like, I actually like the NBA today. I'm like 17 games all year. I'm like, I got 3 today. I'm ready to rock. Yes, I lost basketball though, college hoops. I went like, what did I go, 2-3? And it could have been worse. I had Lehigh was a loser. I had them at 3.5. They lost by 5. Okay. South Alabama had at 11. They won by 13. West Virginia had plus 17. I think it was like a 16-point game there. And I had Loshi at minus 4.5. I had 4 in some spots, but it ended right at 4. But like, could have been like after a day like that, you're like, "Ooh, boy, I don't want to bet today." After you just survive that one. You're from like a 5-0 to an 0-5. It's like, oh man, those are the scary days in college hoops. There, I'm like, oh, am I losing it? Should I rush back to the window today? That's those are like the whisker days. You're like, oh no.
Oh yeah. I'll look at the bounce. Yeah, I'll be looking at bounce back from 1 and 3 day. Yeah, Denver Nuggets cost me. Houston. That's the Rockets. I know they had their numbers look ugly on paper, but they really gave a spanking there to the Denver Nuggets. And of course, that Penn State Michigan State game went too high, too many points scored. Penn State was 0-7, 7-0 the under here on the road, but then they put up 85 on Michigan State. That one flies over the total. It did have Butler not covering was my winner yesterday, but it was a look to bounce back today here from the colleges here. So we'll get ready to start here on the show. Just make note, we're going to debut a show today. Rod's happy hour at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Just like that format. Rod will have his format for a happy hour, but Rod's going to send the invites to the cappers. If they can pop in, they can pop in, and it'll be the show at 5 Eastern, Rod.
Yeah, at 5 Eastern, we'll do a little happy hour show because this day and age, we get later information in the day, so that way we can get it out to you. You get NBA players that will probably by that time usually who's in, who's out. You get a little bit of who's who, and when you look at the NHL, same thing. You know who's in goal because you've had the morning skate. You know who's in, you know who's out. Definitely get a little more later info. The way the sports has been going, sometimes that later info definitely you can find that better winner. So definitely looking forward to starting the happy hour at 5 p.m. Eastern. Definitely tune in, and we'll get you some more winners, just like we do. Get right to the picks, and, roll right through the card, and find some winners.
Yeah, there's still drive-through. It's just that for our channel, Tony's Picks channel, it will be the happy hour here at 5 Eastern, so make note of that. A lot of the late information, injuries, goalie changes, boarding skates in there, shoot-arounds are in there, and we always find out about those guys that somehow, some way get an injury between the end of the game and entering the building. We'll find out
exactly. Or sometimes, between the morning skate, they come off the morning skate, going to get themselves a bite to eat, and all of a sudden a rug goes out, and you twist an ankle. Obviously, plenty of things happen in that morning leading up to the game. So
I say for an NBA happy hour, it should be at like 10 minutes before tip off.
right.
Did you see the coach from Philly was like, yeah, I'm hopeful these guys play tonight. I'll find out more closer to game time. The game starts in a half hour, fella. What do you
what do you do?
Like I always kick the NBA's back in for this kind of load management crap, but this is getting. I mean, again, I have 17 games bet, and I have 300 college basketball games bet over this. You can't run a product like this. This is falling into crappy NFL quarterback territory the way this stuff goes on here. It's
all I had to do is look at that Nets game last night. I mean, that one, I don't know if you stayed up last night. Boy, I had it pegged like that Utah game, the same margin of victory, but the Nets could not even, they were in the 60s. This is a game back to the 90s. They couldn't even get out of the 60s. That was how ugly that game was last night. But let's get.
How does that happen?
Oh, because they sit all their scorers. They're trying to tank. So they're not playing Cam Johnson. They're not playing Thomas. And they trade away Mikal Bridges for draft picks. They traded away Mikal Bridges for draft picks to start the season. Then they get rid of Schroeder. They get rid of Finney-Smith. And they're trying to get rid of these last couple of guys before the break so they can just tank it. They could tank it. Remember, they were 19 and a half. Their season win total was 19 and a half games. They were the lowest there. And it was we saw this coming. We knew this team was tanking. But yesterday was nothing but G Leaguers who can't defend. Like we said, G Leaguers can't defend. And the Clippers, I needed 160 to hit the over. I mean, they got this to 126. They weren't going to hit the over last night. But
the Nets G Leaguers couldn't score a bucket. It was ooh. As I said yesterday, I tried to get the Nets in the first quarter there. It was 21-21 at the end of the first quarter. And it was then I stopped watching because it was like, I got to push on that one. It's better than a loss. But I wanted the win. And then I looked back and I was like, 38 points. What? It's in the third quarter. 38 points. They were at 21 after the first quarter. How are you only at 38? You scored 17 points in 2 quarters? What?
Yeah, it was a brutal game. Brutal. All right, let's get to this.
This is all I'll say about the game, and I'll be done. These guys, the one and done crap, it's got to stop because these guys can't shoot a free throw, a jump shot. It's 33-point shots these guys take. I can go 5 from 30, and you don't have to pay me $8 million. Yeah, you're going to give me some nice meal and somebody to run my back at the end of the game and 100 G's. I'll do it for $100,000. I can shoot that crappy.
Yeah.
And I play with a little heart.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
It is. So that situation's going on in this NBA, but we fought every night. But we'll get some good matchups tonight. Let's take a look here. We'll start here with the Pacers and Pistons here. Pistons laying 3, total 228.5. Suns and Wizards. Suns 11.5 on the road, total 231. The game of the night, Cavs at Thunder here. We've got the Thunder's coming down from 3 in the opener, down to 1.5 now, total 233.5. Let's take a look here at the injury reports to see what's happening this early here in the betting cycle here in this NBA. We'll take a look here. Pacers and the Pistons. Mathurin out here for Indiana. Nesmith, Halliburton are questionable. We know Jaden Ivey with that broken leg can be out for at least another few weeks. Suns at Wizards. Nurkic out. Beal doubtful. Richards questionable. On the Wizards side, it's getting shorter. This list's getting shorter here. Bagley, Bay, and Brogdon. So, we're getting close to the train deadline when we're seeing a lot of guys play for Washington there. Cleveland and OKC. Travers out. Jerome is questionable. So living there pretty much at full health here. OKC, no Holmgren. Hartenstein will be out in this game. So that was the news there driving this number down. No Hartenstein there. Mitchell, backup, is out. Flagler, doubtful there, but looks like Caruso will be back in the lineup here. He came back last game, but he'll be in there for OKC. So we've got you covered here on the injuries. Let's start with Rod.
Yeah, looking at these ones, the Pistons laying as a favorite. We haven't done so much this year, but they've been pretty good at it. So give me the Pistons laying the 1.5 in that matchup. I think they get the win in that one. And I just don't trust Phoenix. You look at Phoenix in non-conference games, and they're 2-12 ATS this season. So you're going to give me 11 with the Wizards. I'm going to hold my nose and grab the 11 with the Wizards, especially versus Phoenix. Phoenix covering 11? Yeah, good luck. Definitely don't do that. That sounds like a really bad investment there. Take the Wizards. As bad as they've been, they can cover that 11 for us there in that matchup. And then give me the under, Cleveland and OKC. We know both these both these teams can play some solid defensive basketball. Cleveland allowing about 111 points a game this season. OKC about 103. So that'll get us under that total defensive style game in that one.
Yeah, from Rod, we move on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over in the Indiana-Detroit game. I think they get up and down the court on that one. I would take the points with the Wizards not laying that much with the Suns at all. And then I was actually looking at the last one we just had last week when these two teams played with Cleveland and OKC. I mean, they got well up and over the total there, and that was with Hartenstein playing. So I think if you take out some of one of the big guys for the other big guy for OKC, I mean, I still think they get us some points. So I'd lean to the over in the Cleveland OKC game there.
Yeah, from Chris on over to Sean. You're on mute, Sean. You're on mute.
Sorry, that's what happens. I'm like coughing to myself and mumbling. Apologize. I'm gonna all have a little Pistons action here. Give me the Pistons in this spot. They split back in last year, October, November, when at each other's courts. I don't know. The Pistons to me, they're finally starting to win, kind of gel a little bit. So let's go. I mean, here you go. Perfect example here, Ron. 4 wins to get to their win total already. It's January, So I'm going to take them here as a little fave. And I think the Pacers are really held together by like Halliburton. So give me he's always questionable. You see when he plays, it's a totally different team. And I like Swaggy P. That guy. My son calls him Swaggy P. So I'm like, I got to throw out the youth name for Siakam. But, forget it. Give me the Pistons here. Suns, we talked about this. What was that? Wednesday? Right? No, Tuesday. They were in Atlanta. We're like, let's all take Atlanta. Can't trust Suns. But I also said, I think other people agree, like Washington was getting like 13.5 or 14, ended up pissing away lead there. I can't take Washington. It's the Suns. I'll lay it here with the Suns in this one. I can't. And the Thunder game, like I said, I'll add in a 3-pack. I'll give you one here because the other two I'll have as well. But I'm going to take the Thunder at home. Little payback. Let's go. You're going to be – I know Cavs are really good. I thought the Thunder was a team to come out of the West this year. I'm going to take them here at home. It's one, whatever it is. Let's go. Money line them up. 130-ish, whatever, 135. Thunder, payback time. Let's go. You just lost to these guys. You're supposed to be good. Win at home.
Win at home, says Sean here. I'll tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm also here on the let's see. I'm going to take the Wizards here plus the points. I just don't trust the Suns. The Suns, a terrible defensive team on the road. 28th in defensive efficiency away from home, allowing 119 points per 100 possessions. The Suns have failed to cover 3 of 4 on the road. Believe it or not, Wizards at home, 7-3 of the spread against bad defensive teams. They give up 46% shooting or greater. So when the Wizards play these bad defenses, they cover spreads. So I'll take them here at plus 11. Pacers and Pistons. Yeah, I'll look at the Detroit Pistons in this spot. Detroit has been shooting the ball very well over the past 3 games. Some really good showings offensively. We saw them against the Knicks just shoot lights out there. Indiana has not been a very strong road team this year. Defensively, again, 115 points per 100 possessions. They have a minus net rating on the road, minus 2.2. Look for Detroit there. I'm with Sean with OKC here. OK's been strong at home, covering 12 of 17. Look at the Cavs' defensive form here over their past 5 games. I know they've dropped some games here of late, right? Over their past 5, getting up 50% shooting, 38% from 3. If they hit a wall, we'll see. We'll see. But the OKC's have been a very good cover team at home. And it's payback time. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show with you every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Help us build up our channel with those thumbs up. Next up here to close out the NBA on this 5-game card, we will have Rockets and Kings. The Kings up to 4 now from an opener of 3, total 224.5, 225s out there as well. Clippers and Blazers. Clippers in a back-to-back, 6.5 and 7 now. We're seeing 7s popping up, total 219.5. Let's take a look here at the injury report here this early in the betting cycle. Here, what we've got here, we covered the Cleveland game. We're going to be looking here at the Clipper game in Portland. We got Leonard out. It's a back-to-back, so no Kawhi tonight for the Clippers. Tucker's been out, and Mann is probable for LA. So no Kawhi tonight for LA in a back-to-back. On the Portland side, no Williams, no Thibault, no Grant. Jeremy Grant out, no Klingon. Avija. The undersized forward, he's doubtful there for Portland. Houston and Sacramento, Smith out. Landale has been ineffective this season, is out. Eason is out. On the Kings side, no McLaughlin. Carter here, the young guy, Devin Carter. He's questionable. He's the spark plug there for this Sacramento Kings team. Matter of fact, a lot of these they're making a lot of attention for the coaching staff. But when Carter came in the lineup, he's been a big boost for them. He's questionable. Malik Monk is probable now. He's in the starting lineup. So there you're caught up with the injury report for these two games. Let's just start off here with Rod.
Yeah, for me, looking at this one, looking at the Clippers game to kick it off, you look at the Clippers do defensively, and it's not been pretty. Or for the Portland, I should say. Portland defensively has been pretty ugly. So for me, it's like I'll lay it with the Clippers. They're that much the better team, I know. I just like what we've seen. Even with Kawhi out in the back-to-back spot, I'll take the Clippers by 10 plus in that one. And then I like a track meet. Give me the over between Houston and Sacramento at 224. I got this reaching well into the 230s. The way both these teams have been scoring and giving it up defensively. So give me the over 224 and a half Houston, Sacramento. We know teams in the second half of back-to-back, it's sometimes just turns into a track meet. Defense becomes optional. So, the Rockets do play some defense, but this is one of those ones where it just turns into the big track meet fest. Give me the over in that matchup.
Over there from Rod, and move on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to take the points with Houston here. I just trust them a little bit better than the Kings. The Kings kind of fell to the Bucks the other day. And Houston has a better ATS against after a win. They're 15-11 after a win, where Sacramento is 7-11 after a loss. So I would just rather have the points with Houston in that one. And then Clippers Blazers, I'm just going to put with the Blazers there, since Clippers on the back end of back-to-back, and it looks like they had to travel. So no Kawhi. That doesn't really make too much difference on there, but I'd still rather have the points with the Blazers.
There from Chris on over to Sean.
All right, I got a couple sides on these two games, but total wise, we're going with the over trains here with these teams, right? We got back-to-back spots, heavy legs, no legs. We'll go over the Portland total here at the 220 mark, and the same with the Rockets and the Kings. I'm a Kings guy, so I got a 48.5 win on these guys, I think, or 46.5. So I need some wins here. I think they're gonna run it here. Let's go over to 224.5. So.
There from Sean, tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to take the points here with Portland. If you can find 7, I would get it. Portland with the rest advantage here. 7-3 to the spread at home against winning teams. So against these winning teams, they've been able to cover these numbers. LA has not been a very good shooting team away from home. Matter of fact, they're 25th in road offensive efficiency with almost a -4 net rating on the road. Remember that road trip they just came off of was really bad for the Clippers there recently, right? They lost. Didn't they lose to Dallas in that one of those series? Maybe that was the Lakers, but I know they come off a bad trip there. So I'll look at Portland in that spot. Sacramento just has that momentum. They have the rest advantage. Houston has been in some wars of late here with the Nuggets. They had those back-to-back games against Memphis. I think this is a spot here to take Sacramento in this spot. The Rockets defense, they're winning games with offense because the defense over their past 5 allowing 50% shooting, 41% from 3. The Kings have covered 7 of 8. They have the rest advantage. I'll look for the home team in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony 6 in the Morning show as we're getting ready here for college hoops. So let's turn our attention to college basketball. We'll do these in 2 blocks. So what we'll do is we'll cover. We'll get if we have a pick in the degenerate game, they'll give it out here. We have made an NJIT beginning here in about an hour. So we'll cover the games from 11 Eastern all the way to 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, as we got some late night action tonight. So from we cover here 11 a.m. to 5:30 Eastern time in college hoops. We start here with Rod.
Yeah, and if you want to look at the degenerate game to kick it off, I'm looking at some numbers on those two teams now, and it's offensive definitely not the greatest for these two teams. Maine's definitely picked it up in conference play, scoring about 48.8 points offensively, averaging about 74.7 points a game. But both teams defensively in conference play hasn't been the greatest. Giving up 48% shooting has been Maine, and NJIT giving up 49% shooting. They have played better in home games, though, as NJIT. So I think that line is, I think it was a lot lower than what it was at 9. It's up to 10 now. I think you got to take the home dog there in NJIT, plus the points there in that matchup. I would also lead to an under 132. These teams have been scoring 60 points. It'd be tough to get you over. So in that DGN one, I would take, give me the home dog NJIT plus the points in that matchup. And then you went all the way to
8:30 Eastern. 8:30 Eastern.
8:30?
8:30.
Okay.
8:30.
And then look at I'm looking at give me Fairfield. I think the wrong team's favorite in that one. Niagara on the road is a favorite. I think that's totally the wrong team favorite there in that one. Give me Fairfield. It's a coin flip on the money line. I'll just take the money line with Fairfield. And that one I got them winning by 4 or 5 points over Niagara. So give me the Stags there. And then where is it? There it is. Give me Austin Pay at home. You look at Austin Pay, it's one of those spots where they step up at times in certain games in Eastern Kentucky on the road. Definitely not where I want to be laying any points with Eastern Kentucky on the road. I'll take Austin Pay plus the 3 in that matchup. And then give me South Dakota. Give me the Coyotes at home. Laying 7.5. I got them by double digits over Oral Roberts in that matchup. It's just they are that much the better team, and it'll show right from the opening tip. The Coyotes can score some points, plenty enough. You see 12-2 to the over as well. And look at $1.72 is the total in that one as well. I got South Dakota winning by double digits in what probably will be a track meet in that game. The Coyotes, we know they can run a lot better. So give me the Coyotes in that one.
Yeah, from Rod. Yeah, I want to make a note here with this. Don't underestimate those technology kids. I was one of those nerdy kids in college, but the only issue I have is we'd stay up till 3 a.m. I don't know. I'm worried about this early start time because all these nerdy kids, tech kids, would stay up playing video games till 3, 4 a.m.
But you're young, right? So then what you do is you just maybe you didn't sleep. You just go right up. You finish
probably
at 3
did
in the morning, study, and then just hit the game, play the game, and then you'll have your afternoon nap after that. So yeah,
because we'd stay up all night, 3 till 3 a.m. playing what were those games back in the Doom? Back in my day, Doom. What were those other video games? My good Mist was another one.
Yeah.
All and there was a bunch of programming and stuff like that. So hopefully they're going to get no sleep. I know that they're going to just they're going to be on energy drinks for this game.
Yeah.
On over to Chris.
Let's see. Yeah, we're looking at Temple and Memphis here. I'm gonna take the over in that one. I think we get up and over the 156. The other one in that time slot I'm looking at is Michigan and Minnesota. Definitely going to take over the 144.5 there. Both of them, Michigan's 4-1 against or to the over, and Minnesota's 5-1 against the over. So I just think we get a lot of points in that one. So yeah, those are the two I'm looking at there.
There from Chris on over to Sean.
All right, we'll go with the early game here. Right, we'll go degenerate special with the NJIT at home. Lines come down. The Highlanders, Jersey guy, got to take them. And I don't know. I didn't go to college, so at 3 a.m. I was at the bar throwing people out. You wacky kids causing trouble. I was bouncing your heads off pool tables. So that's what I was doing at 3 a.m. But so that I'm thinking NJIT covers here. Other games I'm looking at. I have a couple circled. I got a couple on the side already, but a couple circled. I kind of like FIU here, little home dog here, Florida International against New Mexico. They're getting. I see a couple 3.5s out there. So 3.5 would be a play there. I'm with Chris here. He likes that over Michigan. That they just keep scoring, man. And I had a under the other day. I was Minnesota played it. I think Wisconsin. It was a close one, but Minnesota's a weird team. I'm going to go over there. I think they score. And Michigan, maybe they have I don't say it's a letdown, but they've been playing really, really well. So if Minnesota pulls this one out, it's 10 points. I mean, what is Michigan to win? It's like 80 to 67 or something. Give me the over here as well. We're going up with the 8:30 window here.
Up to 8:30 window.
Yeah. Man, CAA. We got all the little guys rolling out here.
Yeah.
Give me some. Hold on. Sorry. There's so many. There's so many. You know, I wanted to. I looked at this Appalachian State Old Dominion, and it was at 3, and now it's climbing up. So I don't know what average person is betting Appalachian State versus Old Dominion. So maybe we'll take a little look at Appalachian State there. And we're going to go Oral Roberts, 172.5, 173. This isn't like the Oral Roberts a couple years ago. Give me the under here with this 173 here.
Yeah, they dropped. Yeah, they
173. I actually see a 173.5 out here as well from FanDuel. Give me the under.
There we go. there from Sean in that slate. I'll tell you what I think here. Some of these games in this slate. I'm going to take Hofstra plus the points. The Pride tops in defensive efficiency in the conference. They rebound the ball, hold teams 30% from three, 43% shooting inside. They've been defending very well. So I'll take them in this spot plus the points here. You look at Pride over their past 5 games, holding teams at 35% shooting here, and Townsend in that spot, not defending the three-point ball very well. I'm going to take the points. That's a lot here with Minnesota plus the 10. They showed a little spark there covering, I believe, in that game against Wisconsin. They have shot the ball well, 45% in conference over the past 5. I'll look them in at them here. I like the under in Memphis and Temple. The Owls have defended very well at home. And we're looking here at Temple holding teams at 29% from 3 in the conference, but they're not very effective shooting the ball inside. So I'll look at the under there. High Point and Longwood, I'm going to take the under in that game as well. Panthers defending very well in conference, allowing 42% shooting. Lancers here as well, holding teams to 44% shooting at home. I look for under the total there. And that's what I like in that slot. Let's continue here on.
It was Maryland, just to make that point clear that Minnesota covered versus Maryland. They got
Maryland, that's right.
They got run right out of the gym by versus Whiskey. They lost by 21.
That's right.
Whiskey.
It was Maryland.
This is what it was Maryland. It was 77-71. All of a sudden, the Gophers decided that they can score 70 points.
I know.
It was like what the.
That's right. And Wisconsin boat raced him. I remember that one.
Yeah, Wisconsin definitely boat raced him in that one.
Yep.
It was Maryland. They hung around, and I know burnt a lot of people in that one. Did Maryland? Or did the Gophers? Because I know there was a whole lot of people at Maryland in that one. That's why I remember.
I remember that one. Yep. I know. I think I had the points there. I was taking points with them, and it finally came through in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Toy S'more Show. We'll close it out with the games from 9 Eastern all the way. We got a Hawaii game tonight, don't we? All the way to midnight Eastern time. I think so, yeah. we got Hawaii. Northridge is on the road. No, I don't like Northridge. Anyway, 9 Eastern to midnight Eastern. We start with Rod.
Well, the first one I'm looking at, give me Nebraska. It's where Nebraska's played their best hoops all season. Besides in that tournament, they just boat race people at home. Double-digit spreads, no problem. I just don't trust Rutgers on the road. I think this is one of those games Nebraska gets really up for, and they've got the guys to track meet Rutgers right out of their own gym. So I'll lay the 9 with Nebraska in that one. They win by double digits there. Give me UTEP here plus the 8 going into Liberty. It's like, I think that's just too many points for Liberty to be covered. Yeah, Liberty 10-4 against the number all season long, but El Paso and good old UTEP, I'll keep it closer than the 8 in that matchup. That's just too many points. Where's the other one I was looking at? There's a blowout here somewhere. I was like, give me UC Irvine here at home versus CSU Fullerton. I got the Anteaters by well over 20 plus. Give me the Anteaters blowout in that one. It's not even going to be close. I don't think Fullerton's even going to be able to stay a step. That could be a 30-point blowout for the Anteaters over Fullerton. I'll lay the 20 in that matchup. And then the one I'm looking at here, give me Loyola Marymount taking on Santa Clara. This Santa Clara team definitely hasn't looked the greatest over their last few contests, and having to go on the road. It's Loyola. It's too many points there. Give me Loyola plus the 5.5. You know what? I gotta take the Beavers there. Give me Oregon State plus the 9.5. Man, I think that was at 6.5. I thought. Did that shoot up to like 9.5? I don't know. Gonzaga boat race in Oregon State on the road. Give me Oregon State plus the 9.5 in that matchup.
There from Rod. All right, we move on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Northwestern Maryland game. I'm going to take the points with Northwestern in that one. They've covered last 3 of their 5. So I'd take Northwestern there. And then the other game I'm looking at, I agree with Rod, Nebraska Rutgers. I'm going to take Nebraska. They're 12-0 against conference teams at home against the spread. So we take there. And yeah, I'm going to lay it. Look at that 11 p.m. game with the Oregon State. Yeah, I'm going to take the points with Oregon State there in that one.
There from Chris on over to Sean.
I'm going to start with the bigger schools here. I'm with Chris here, Northwestern, right? Maryland is thought of as a better team. They've beat UCLA, beat Maryland, coming in, and you're a 1-point favorite. Give me Northwestern here at home. I'm with right here in Nebraska, Rutgers, and had UCLA the other day, but still Rutgers. No, thank you. Give me Nebraska here at home. Nebraska's quietly a really good team. No one even talks about them. I'll fade everybody here. We're going to take Oregon State. I agree. I have a Gonzaga future, which I read at the beginning of the year. I was like, man, these guys are going to be really good. 9.5 is too many there. And then we're going to go I was looking at these little Tennessee schools here. Tennessee Tech, I like a pick 'em. UT Martin is a 5.5, and Tennessee State. All my numbers show these guys. I got Tennessee Tech at like 4. It's a 1.5, I believe here. Yeah, 1.5, 2. So I got that at 4. I think that's worth a shot there. T Marty's a 1. Is that? There's so many T Marty. There's so many Tennessees on a row here. Excuse me, 5.5. Again, I got this at like a 7, 8 even. So I'd lean that way. And the last one, Tennessee State. It's a 2. And Lindenwood I just have rated really low. So I figure it's Rowan Edwardsville. I'm all confused. You see all the Tennessees come up on the screen. I'm like, and they're all in a row. Like, you got to be 3 in a row on the screen for me here. It's hard enough. I'm colorblind, and they start changing colors. I can't even catch them. Tennessee State, Tennessee Martin, and Tennessee Tech as your wacky Tennessee parlay of your life. All right, how's that? People like that one? And then, of course, the bigger schools there. Northwestern, Nebraska, and Oregon State.
There you go. You had nothing on the earlier slate with Memphis. You cover all the Tennessee teams.
Yeah, but I sort of want to take Temple, but I feel like that's like a corrupt program, man. I feel like they throw points or something over. I like Memphis. I'm not a huge Penny guy, but I want to take. It looks like inviting to take the points with Temple, but I can't trust. I think Memphis probably goes in there and wins them like 86, like 60s. I don't trust Temple at all.
There we go. We got all Tennessee covered there for you, and that's slated from Sean. All right, tell you what, I'm with you guys with Northwestern here. Maryland has yet to win a road conference game. 0-3 straight up in the road in conference this season, and I'll take Northwestern here at home. And the reason why Maryland can't win away from home is their defense. They're giving up 47% shooting away from home. Northwestern, a good defensive team at home. I'll take them there. Nebraska, as Chris says, straight to that home court, right? I'll lay it here with Nebraska against Rutgers. Rutgers, a team here that's 16th in offensive efficiency in the Big Ten. I'll take them here with Nebraska for a smasher. UTEP, I'm with Rod. Give me the points with UTEP. The Miners away from home, holding teams to under 44% shooting. They covered 4 of 6 away from home. Their inside shooting is very good in conference. They make 76% of their free throws in conference, and they force turnovers, and they defend the three-point line. So I'll look for them in this spot. Give me Portland in the ugliest game of the night, laying the points here, 1.5 against Pacific. Pacific here over their past 5 games, giving up 51% shooting. Pilots defended home. I'll take Portland there, laying the short spot. And I'm there with you guys here with Oregon State plus the points here. We have Gonzaga second in offensive defensive efficiency in the WCC. Oregon State is third. Matter of fact, they're the top field goal shooting team in the conference this year as they're shooting the ball very well, hitting 37% from 3, 60% inside. They make 80% of their free throws in the conference, and they're just strong defensively. And the Beavers, 10-1 straight up at home as they defend very well. They've covered 9 of 10 in conference. I'll take 9 of 10 over at home, I should say. 9 of 10 at home they've covered. I'll take Oregon State there at plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the 2020 shows.
Just a quick little note. You're talking about Temple, right? Don't forget who Temple has on their team. Why this guy transfer portaled out to Temple just blows my mind. He's scoring 20 points a game. Remember the name Jamal Mashburn? Well, Jamal Mashburn Jr. plays for Temple, and he's averaging 20 points a game. He's been Mr. Powerhouse for Temple. Temple at home is 6-0 ATS against the spread. Don't be sleeping on Temple and Jamal Mashburn Jr. He's an absolute.
Why didn't we leave him? He was good in New Mexico. Him and who was the other guy? House they had. They were. Yeah. Why would you go to Temple?
Well, exactly. Why? So it wasn't because of money. That's for sure. So he just wanted to hoop, and he went to Temple, which, like I said, surprises the smart. I mean,
he followed the coach from Minnesota to New Mexico. You're averaging 20 points a game at the Pit. Now you're going to a war zone in Philly.
Yeah. And still averaging 20
points. Literal shootouts. Not even basketball shootouts. Literal shootouts trying to get to the courts.
Yeah. It's I don't get it either, but
I like Aaron
that's where he
McKee.
is. I love him. He's watch out. He's quietly being. Maybe that's what it is. He didn't want the big spotlight. You're not getting the big spotlight in Temple. People forget that he's actually over there in Temple. So I like Temple.
I like Temple. Eight. It screams like they're just begging you to take him at the 8.
Well, it was at 9.5, so it's come down. So some people have already scooped up all those Temple points. I know it was 9.5 last night, and it's come down.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just I just want to say, just had to make note of. Don't forget Jamal Mashburn Jr. sleeping Temple there. It's a weird place to. Why didn't he go to one of them power schools? It's just
you would that New England Mountain West has been producing the NBA players too, so it's not like you're going to get. And they put games on CBS now. I mean, they're on Fox 1 too, so he'll get in the draft regardless. Yeah, that is true. He'll get in the draft, but
for sure he'll get in the draft. Just 20-point a player guy and rolling right along.
Well, maybe he doesn't like the cold weather. It doesn't get that cold over there in New Mexico, but some of the surrounding
states. In Philly?
Colorado State. Oh, Philly, right. That's right. I'm thinking Temple. Yeah, Philly. That's right. It gets cold. That's right. Temple. I'm thinking about all the snow in Denver and Colorado State and all this stuff. That's the high elevation teams out there. Boise, Wyoming.
He started playing baseball then if he wants to avoid the cold weather.
You're right.
That's right. All right, let's continue.
But he left New Mexico State, though, didn't he? He left Patino and Company, so maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, but maybe that.
Oh, where'd Patino left? I don't remember. Patino left New Mexico?
No, that's where he is in New Mexico. So
he followed. He was in Minnesota.
He was in Minnesota, yeah.
Well, that's he went to New Mexico with him. He followed him.
Something happened there. Got to be. Well, why did he leave?
That's why it's happening now.
We'll never know.
We'll never know that. All right.
It could be family, he could be an East Coast guy, I don't know. But no, they play Kentucky. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. We don't know these kids. These wacky kids.
There's no randomly reason why
he could have been up playing Doom all night and said, "You know what? I'm going to Temple." I don't know.
Maybe he was playing Doom with some.
He likes
Temple, right? Maybe his girlfriend went to Temple, and he's like, "I gotta follow her going to Temple."
He prefers cheesesteaks over Mexican food. That could be also he likes the food better in Philly. You just never know.
I love a cheesesteak.
There you go. All right, let's continue on the Tony S'more Show. Let's hit this NHL card. We'll start with the 707s here. Red Wings, Panthers. Panthers 237, total 6. Sharks and Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets $1.58, total 6. Capitals and Senators. We've got the Senators $1.14, total 5.5. Devils and Maple Leafs. In this one, we've got the Devils here, favor on the road, $1.26, total 5.5. Ducks and Lightning here. Boy, we've been seeing big dogs with the Ducks here on this trip. Tampa Bay 310, total 6. We start with Rod.
Yeah, we have seen some big numbers on them Ducks. So for what I'm looking at is if it's Gibson in goal, I'm taking Tampa Bay on the puck line. They're going to beat the snot out of the Ducks. If it's Dostal in goal for the Ducks, I'm taking the Ducks plus the puck.5 because then they'll when we see the Ducks play good hockey, it's because Dostal's in goal for the Ducks. When it's Gibby, not so much. Then you take Tampa Bay in that one. So I lead to an under either way. Both these offenses haven't been lighting the lamp to anything crazy. 2 goals, 3 goals at best. So first the 3 wins that one either way. But if it's Dostal, they'll keep it close, 1-goal game. Keep the under 6 there. And then looking at San Jose taking on Columbus. Don't look now, but Columbus is just rolling right along, playing some pretty good hockey and at home. 15-5-4, I believe, at home this season is Columbus. I'm not getting in front of that train. Give me the Columbus Blue Jackets in regulation in that matchup. And then I'm just waiting. Another one where you look at the Washington taking on Ottawa. I think it's going to be Logan Thompson in goal. And if it's Logan Thompson, I'm taking Washington. If it's not Logan Thompson, if it's Charlie Lindgren in goal, I'm not taking Washington. Because you look at Logan Thompson this season, he's 19-2 with a 2.2 goals against average and a 921 save percentage. Absolutely lights out for Washington. There has been Logan Thompson. So when he's in, I'm still continuing to ride Washington. If he's out, I fade Washington. And then looking at Detroit, they got whooped last time. That was because of Husso. I don't see Billy Husso getting the start here in this one. I don't see Billy Husso seeing the crease for Detroit the rest of the season. They'd be silly to put him back in there at all. So looks like Talbot will get the start for Detroit. Florida, well, they played a little bit of hockey over the last few nights. 3 games, 4 nights. Tough spot here for the Panthers. In this one, in my eyes, too much value to pass up with the Detroit team. That yes, they had Billy Husso in goal and he gave up 6 and they lost, but they've been playing some pretty good hockey and lighting the lap to themselves. I'll take Detroit at the big plus price in that one.
There, here from Rod. We move on over to Sean.
All right, I was going through all these things, added a couple myself here. I'm going to start with the where we at Detroit and Florida. Where was I was going to say here for Detroit? So you're off that game, you lost. All right, you know you're playing pretty good ball, pretty good hockey, whatever you want to word it here. I'm going to lean. Where was I at here? I was writing down my little notes, and apparently my. The first game up here on covers was the Anaheim game, so I'm trying to find where I wrote down my Detroit thing here. Who I have here? They're all backwards. It's like, oh, because it's rotation number, and I wasn't on the rotation page because I wanted to do a little look to see how these guys are going. What do I have here? I got Florida. I'll put a little Florida action in here. Probably puck line now because $2 is too much here to $2.50. So puck line 105. For me there. That's it in that one. Next one up we have no. I mean, I'll run through them all here. Columbus and San Jose. I like the under in this one. San Jose, they put the 6 up on Detroit there, but before that they scored 7 in the 4 previous games, so they're not scoring too much, and you just got to win. They'll slip back into the tank there. No interest in them. I'll leave under. Ottawa and Washington, the same thing. I'd look at a under in this one. I mean, I just looked at the last 20 games between these two guys. Only 2 of them would have went over, and that was from Washington. So you're on a 2-18 under run at 5.5. Yeah, I'm not going to. No one said I'm really smart, but I don't think you're smart bucking 18-2 runs. So I'll probably say take the under in that one. And we're still going, right? We got Maple Leafs in New Jersey.
Yes, we do at 7:07.
I have a little question mark here next to the Devils, so maybe a little Devil action there. It's a small road fade, but I don't want to lay to 130. I'd rather do a puck line, try to get some plus dollars on that. And the Ducks and Tampa Bay. You know, Rod's thinking is like Tampa Bay's going to come in and crush them. I kind of like the under here because Tampa. I think the Ducks won't score, right? The Ducks.
It depends what's in net for me in that one. If it's Gibson, I don't trust him. Old man Gibson. Yeah, he's been giving up. He's good for 3. So
I see some 6.5s and some 6s. So I'm like, all right, maybe they think the other guy is going to be in goal. And plus the fact that it's a $3 fave. But, you know, obviously they think
then it's going to come out. Then they think it's going to be Gibson. If it's we're looking at $3 popping up. It'll be Gibson.
4-1, 5-1 game here, right? I mean, how are the Ducks scoring? No, thank you. And what do we got? We still got the Flyer game to do?
Yeah, that's the next slot.
Next slot, all right.
All right, let's continue here on the Tony Samora Show as we'll close out hockey here. The remaining games here from 7:37 all the way till 10:07. So who we got in this slot will be Flyers and Islanders. We've got the Islanders here, $1.25, total 5.5. Kraken and Jets, $2.12, total 5.5. Flames at Blues. We got the Blues at $1.34, total 5.5. Blackhawks, Predators. The Predators, $2.50, total of 6. Canadians at the Stars. Here we've got the Stars, $2.25, total of 6. Rangers and Hockey Club. The Rangers favored $1.14, total of 6. Oilers at Avalanche. We got the Avs, $1.15, total 6.5. And we close out with the Kings at Canucks. The Kings road favorites, $1.18, total 5.5. Over to Rod.
And look at this. I'm gonna take a couple dogs, some big dogs here. Look at Nashville, but Trashville. If you want to lay minus 260 with the Nashville team that's won 14 wins all season long, well, I got the same amount of wins as the Blackhawks. Well, why are they laying minus 260? Why? Because we've seen them beat Vegas last time? So what? Good. Congratulations. You got a good win against Vegas. Give the Blackhawks to upset Nashville. They're not playing great hockey. They haven't played great hockey all season long. That's definitely the wrong. If you want to take the plus 1.5, because it's going to be a 1-goal game either way, but I'm going to take the Blackhawks to win it outright in that one. And then don't look now, but Montreal's like Columbus. They're playing some pretty good hockey. Winners of 6 of the last 7 games that they've been rolling along. Montreal 7-2, 0-1 in their last 10 games. Dallas 8-1-1, playing some pretty good hockey themselves. I like an under there. Going to be a lower scoring one. But take Montreal plus the 1.5 if they don't outright Dallas in that matchup. And then I'm looking at one more later. Where is it? You know what? Give me the Kings. Can't be doing any Canucks stances. This is a tough spot for Vancouver. You look what their schedule has been, and it's not been pretty. You look since the calendar turned to 2025 for this Vancouver Canucks team. They kicked off New Year's Eve with a game in Calgary, and then they had to fly into Seattle, play a game. Then they went from Seattle on the back-to-back and went home, played Nashville, and then quickly flew across country all the way to Montreal. Then they played in Washington. Then they played in Carolina. Then they played in Toronto, and then they worked their way back this way, played in Winnipeg on January 14th. And this is their first game back at home since December 28th. Well, the little blip in Nashville, that was a road team. That was a road game there for Vancouver. So really, this is the first time been back home since the calendar turned into the new year. This is a tough spot for Vancouver. Give me the Kings to beat up on Vancouver in that matchup. Big game. Kings win it. Canucks be too tired. We know what it's like after a week-long road trip, much less a 2-week-long road trip there. And then Edmonton taking on Colorado. This is going to be one of those playoff type games, and the books got it at 6.5. Give me the under 6.5. First of 3 goals win that one. We're not seeing a high-scoring one in that matchup.
There from Ron on over to Sean and closing out the hockey from 7:37 all the way to 10:07.
All right, we'll start. Well, we'll start back here. We'll start in the back end here because you just talk about the Vancouver road trip, which is ridiculous. Yeah, you got to lean to the Kings there, right? For that one, Colorado and the Oilers. Give me the Avalanche at home here. The last time they played, Edmonton got them, and they're a pretty good team. So you think again? I'm not a huge hockey aficionado. I'm just going, but to me, this is a game that they're going to want to win versus a kind of pure kind of team here. So give me the Avs. Rangers and Utah, no thank you. Dallas and Montreal, I like the over in this one here. Nashville, again, too fit. I see these big numbers. I just have to go like puck line here. St. Louis, I have the undermarked here. Seattle and Jets. So the Kraken with 5 roadies, right? This is their 5th one, 4 and 6 games, I believe. I'm going to go over. I'm thinking I'm going to actually use this one. Give me the over 5.5 in this one there in that game. And Islanders and Flyers that don't really love anything in that one. So there's that.
There you go. We got you through the NHL. Now it's time for our parlay purple segment where our cappers look about parlays, or they got team player props, or a game coming up in the future. They call the shot here. We'll start with Rod.
And for me, we're gonna go with the dog parlay on the ice. We're gonna take the Detroit Red Wings, the Chicago Blackhawks, and the Montreal Canadiens. Little 3-team dog parlay. If you want, you can take the plus 1.5 on all 3 of those as a parlay piece as well. But I'm going to take the money line on all 3 dogs, 3 big dogs in the NHL in that one. Probably get a good chunk, worth a little sprinkle on a parlay there.
There from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'll give you a couple from the NBA and one from college basketball. We'll take Houston with the points. We'll take the Blazers with the points and Oregon State with the points.
From Chris on over to Sean.
All right, we're going to go OKC money line the NBA. We're going to go the Winnipeg Jets over 5.5. And I'm going to see if I can find a college hoop film. Let's go. I'm going to lay with Nebraska here. What's that, the 9? There we go. Again, I don't like to parlay them up. I made the joke before about the Tennessee parlay of life. That's just me being silly. 2 in 1 days make us money. 18 and 17. I write these down. I try to win these. I'm like, man, should I even put OKC's a premium I put in here. I want to win these every single day. So, I take it as like a personal affront right now. I have to climbing a mountain here, coming in trying to win these things.
Absolutely. There from Sean saying the ones I like. I like the Pistons here laying the points. I also like Northwestern here as well. And I'll take the points here with Oregon State. All right, we got you through the our parlay purple segment. Let's see what the cappers have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. The big week here of basketball, headed into a football weekend and into Monday as well with the championship game. Let's see what Rod's got going over at Tony'sPicks.com, because Rod is putting up some impressive numbers right now. As we'll put it up right now for the year, 1,440 units of profit. What do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
And for me, over at Tony's Picks, college basketball has been good to us. All college sports this season have been good to us. So definitely scoop that up. I got a little 3-pack in college hoops play. Absolutely love that. NBA drop a dime play. We've hit the last 3 straight on that NBA play. So my solo NBA drop a dime play is available as well. My NHL sniper has been rolling along as well. I have that available. But as you can see, these numbers, how do you get to those? You join me long term. And that way you don't miss out on any of the plays that I got going. And then you're still, you get any late Steam info. If I hear some late info and I put it in that play, you get emailed directly to you. And you don't miss out on that late info play. So definitely hit the link in the description. That'll get you right on over to Tony's Picks. And use that Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off all your purchases when you get over there. And if you want to take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional, as you can see, we've got a few hot cappers that have started 2025 hot. Put money into your pocket. So take advantage. 2-for-1 capper promotional over at Tony's Picks as well.
Yeah, that's right. Get on board with Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. Having a great 2025, coming off a fantastic 2024. You can verify those 2024 results at the bottom of our leaderboard, 2.1 on Tony'sPicks.com. We have the archive records right on the homepage, but you got to scroll to the bottom. Let's see what Chris has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. He's heading into a good week as well. Chris has been putting solid numbers here the last 7 days. Chris, you see him on the leaderboard. Chris, what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Excuse me. I got a 3-pack today. I got 2 NBA and 1 college basketball yesterday that was flipped, but I put those all in a 3-pack for you. I'm currently on a 4-0 run in the college basketball, which is awesome, and then doing pretty well NBA. Excuse me. But yeah, I wrapped all those up in a 3-pack for you. So grab that. Make sure you use the promo code TonyT checkout. Save you 15% off of that. Hop on something long term. I know we're going to be doing that show, the happy hour, to get you all that late Steam action. But just in case something comes through, we still get to do that for our long-term subscribers there. So make sure you're hopped on something with me. We got a lot of action: NBA, college basketball, NFL. got that college football playoff Monday. So yeah, hop on something with me. 3-pack works good for the weekend. You get all my plays. But yeah, let's just continue to know what we're doing, making these keep stacking these units 3 at a time. Seems like.
Yeah, get on board with Chris over at Tony. So see the great results from Chris. Get on board with long term. Again, remember, all 1-day passes are profit guarantee. Whether you pick up a 3-pack or a best bet, those are profit guarantee. Must earn a profit, or the amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Of course, long term are not, because they're sold at such a discount. Remember that promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. All right. Let's see what Sean has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Sean is the unit leader for the year at Tony's Picks. 2,344 units of profit, all documented. Verify those results at Sean's handicapper page, because we have all the picks there documented for you there on his page. What do you got for sale, Sean?
I should. You put me on my little high def camera. I should be investing in some Dollar Shave Club, because I look like a hot mess. So I'll be nice and shaved up tomorrow, because this makes me look terrible. Some NBA, some college hoops. I haven't finalized my college hoops. I haven't put that one up yet. And nice. We'll have them all covered. NFL for the weekend, and I'll be adding a college football championship game soon. So there's that. Go get it. You got the promo code, you got the leaderboard, you got a 2-for-1 deal. What else is there to do? Our best plays are on Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right. You get our free picks on the live shows. Our best bets are at Tony'sPicks.com and our pre and play. So get on board, sign up for a long-term pass with Sean, or a 1-day pass. You make the call, but whatever you do, use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. I'll have a best bet on the board for you as well. Working my hoops packages as we speak right now, so you can get on board with me over at Tony's Picks. Remember, that 7-day pass will get you covered here with me for the hoops, as well as the football, right? We got NFL, Saturday, Sunday, college football championship game. So that will be part of the 7-day all sports pass. So get signed up with me here at Tony'sPicks.com and use that promo code TonyT at checkout. One feature we do have on our long-term passes is called Late Steam. We allow our cappers to continue handicapping throughout the day and night. Our member plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but we continue handicap through the night to get you plays, because for those long-term subscribers, those late Steam plays are emailed directly to your inbox. So all those late plays there are part of the long-term subscribers packages. So get on board with Late Steve included. All right, we've got you through there. Remember, with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. each time with the 26 Morning Show. You missed the show? Well, just go to our YouTube channel. It is archived there. Hit the live tab. Watch it again. If you need help with these late, we've got a big late card. If you need help with some of these late games, you can watch it again and get to those late plays as well. All right, let's see. We got a lot going on over at 26 Morning Show. We got our YouTube channel with on-demand content. I have videos up there from NBA College Hoops. Rod, what do you got over on the 26 Morning Show? Let everybody know about your new show debuting today, 5 p.m. Eastern time. It is the Happy Hour.
Yeah, definitely debuting today. Tune in 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll have the Happy Hour going. We'll get that going for any late info plays. We'll go over the card again, see what we can find. Some late info after we've seen some of these lines brew and stir. People bet them up. I like deep diving looking at that. So be on the lookout for that. Join us at 5 p.m. Eastern for that. I've got you all covered on every hockey game going today on a video. If I missed a hockey game and you're still looking to see what's some info on it, definitely go check out those archive videos. I'll have you covered for more hockey videos going forward. And me and Ron shot the college football championship to wrap that up as well. That video's archived. You can see how we did in that. The last round we went 5-1 on our plays that we give out there. So definitely we've been hot. And the only one that got us there was that Penn State. And I think that bad pick was the reason why that got. And I think Penn State would have won it. We should have swept the board. So definitely go check out that video for me and Ron. We enjoyed doing that one as well.
That's right. So check out that right there. Happy hour here, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Emails get out to the cappers and they'll pop in if they can. So we will have some folks.
Yeah, no pressure. If you can make it, you can make it. Just don't put a lot of pressure on me. Like, I gotta go. You're good. If you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, hey, no worries.
No worries there. Chris, what do you got going on over at Tony Speaks YouTube channel on demand?
Today I've got an NBA video today, covering a little bit more on one of my picks, a little deeper dive there, and then I'll just continue doing NBA. And of course, as with college basketball, you guys know I'm going to be putting out some SEC videos for college basketball. And yeah, as long as I don't have an appointment or I'm not tattooing somebody, I'll definitely pop in there, give you guys the late info I've got for NBA. Can't wait to do that. I'm super excited about that show. It's going to be awesome.
Look forward to that as well. All right, of course, Sean, one of our newest cappers, but not to the industry. He's been around a while. You can see his numbers have been fantastic. Sean's been popping here on our morning show.
I try to do that's 4:00 for me. That's a tough time with the kids and stuff like that. But I mean, they do. My son does drive and stuff like that. But you know, four is a wheelhouse kind of a day for me right there at 4:00.
That may be the case, right? But we got shows. Some folks it's tough for them to come in the morning, but we'll see them in the afternoon. So that's we give them a choice, right? You can, or you can do all both. So there's options there with that show. There.
I have no friends here in Texas, so it's fine. I don't mind coming in and talking. So you know that.
Yeah, if available, like I said, if available, they'll pop in. That's kind of how it works here. There on the happy hour. So make sure you guys tune in 5 p.m. Eastern time. Like, subscribe, hit those notifications. So when Rod hits the stream button, you get notified and you're live to get that live in that happy hour show here with the live info and picks from Rod and the crew that are able to make it to the show. All right, that's going to do it here for our show. Back again tomorrow with the morning show, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Before we go, does anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
As Mr. Wesker says, man, that had to be like the late 80s, early 90s in the bar when they give you an hour to drink as much as you can on your birthday. Because, man, I think there's some rules and regulations, some laws in place against that type of overpouring now in establishments like that. So, because I remember back in the day, it was definitely 3 in the morning was not playing video games. It was I was like Sean Higgsy. I was looking for a place to at 3 in the morning. It's like either you're finding a cab to stumble in to go home, or it was trying to find some after hours party at 3 a.m. going, hey, where's the party still going? Because we're still going.
Yeah. That's what's going on there. All right. That'll do it for the show, guys.
Wisconsin. Yeah, of course, right? Cheese and wine and drinking beers. I believe it. It's one of those winter countries, one of those winter states.
Yeah.
Where, hey, well, you got to find something to do in the winter to keep you entertained, because when you get all that snow, you do some crazy stuff. stuff we did in the snow was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. No, a lot of fun there. All right, that's going to do it here for the morning show, guys. Back again tomorrow live, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Remember, 5 p.m. each time, debut of the happy hour with Rod and company. So do make sure you tune in. We're going to wait. Goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning Thursday. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Fix Morning Show.